Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to continue our session on the topic of Microsoft Word. We did part one of Microsoft Word yesterday, and today we will continue with the part two. In part one, we learned about the Microsoft Word interface, its window and different ribbons, different tabs on there. I just gave you a brief introduction, and then we started with the file menu and home menu. So yesterday we covered only these two tabs. Okay, and yesterday we learned about these symbols on the top, document name, and some other controls on the top right corner. Okay, and about these two items, the file and home tabs, we learned about these two things. You can see my recorded session in the online class area on Blackboard. So today what we will do, I just brought up a document here. I just made this document a while ago, and this document is a briefing about a project. It's a project proposal, and it has some text, some headings, some paragraphs, a picture, and some, we can say, a list or bullet points. So first of all, if I have a document and it is not in a good format, let's suppose it is, if I remove all the formatting and make it in a, this is a simple format. Okay, so before it was a good looking document, but now assume that if you are typing something and you just type it randomly and just put all the information which is in your head on a Word document, but now you want to make it look good and you want to make it presentable. So what should you do? First of all, this thing in the middle here, this is the title of the document. It should be uh, exposed, it should be elaborated. So we are already in the home menu. From here you can adjust most of the things which I am going to tell you now. So from the home menu, you see there is a sub menu of styles. Okay, yesterday I informed you of, I explained about the styles, and from this arrow from this arrow you can see all the styles here. Okay, so what I will do, I want to make it title, so I will just press title so that it is big and elaborated. Okay, further I can make it bold. If you want, you can make it italic, you can make it underline, and if you don't want this title to be on two lines and you want to make it in just one single line, then you can reduce the font from here or from here. Okay, so at the moment it is at 28. If I reduce the font from here, okay, now the font is 26 and it is on single line. So this looks good now. Next one, this is a heading. Heading means which is the after before a paragraph you put a title of that paragraph, that what is this paragraph about. This thing here is the paragraph. Okay, and this is the heading, and heading and paragraph are not different from each other, which gives a confusion. So it's better to make the heading elaborated. So what I can do, I can see the Word is already giving me different options for heading 1 and heading 2. So either you can choose this option or you can just increase the font size, okay, so that the heading looks a little bigger. You can make it bold and underline so that it is different from the paragraph. Right, now I see that this heading and this title, they are so close to each other that it's difficult to distinguish between them. there should be a space. The common method people use, they just press enter to create a space. But there is a better way. If you go here, and this is about line and paragraph spacing, as you can see from the pop-up window. The pop-up window gives you information about that icon. So if you don't know about any feature or any icon, just bring your mouse there, and then you will see a pop-up window explaining you about that feature. So go ahead there, and from here you can you can add space before paragraph. So we were actually, our cursor is at this point, and if I just click add space before this paragraph, so it will create a space between the title and the first heading. Okay, after that, this is my first paragraph of this heading, and it is in Calibri font, and the size is 11. You can increase the size if you think that it is too small. You can increase the size. And overall, if you want to, if this page is too small for you, it's not legible, you can increase the, you can zoom in the page actually from here. This is the control given in the bottom right corner. So at the moment it is at 100%. So you can make it 120, 130, wherever you like. Let's keep it at 120%. Okay, now this is the second heading. I will quickly repeat the same. Okay, it's better to, if you are adopting this style for the headings, okay, then you should adopt the same style for all. If there are subheadings, you can use this. Heading 1 is for the main heading, heading 2 is the subheading. Means in the project scenario, if there are 3 different scenarios, then those 3 different scenarios you can title, you can make their heading as heading 2. Okay, so if you choose your heading styles from here, it is also beneficial, because when you, if you are making a long document, a huge document in which there are so many pages, so many topics, and if you put the headings using this style, then it will be easy for you to produce a table of contents. Table of contents, as whenever you open any book, on the front few pages, the first few pages, if you flip through them, you will see a table of contents which will give you which topic is on which page. So that table of content is possible, and you can create it immediately if you use these heading styles from here. Okay, so let's, this one had this heading here, let's say if I make it heading 1 like this, and still I think this is not looking good, I can make it bold and underline so that it is more prominent. So this is my second heading. Okay, if this heading is different than the first one, means it is covering a different scenario, a different topic, then I can put it as heading 1 again, because this is a separate and independent heading. But as I said before, if there are headings like this, project scenario 1, project scenario 2 and 3, if I'm just giving you an example. You are entering some text under this, enter some text under this, and some text under this, anything. So now these 3 headings are actually the subheadings of the first heading, this one. So what you can do, you can just label it as heading 2. Okay, again you can press the bold and underline if you want to, and this also heading 2, and this also I will put it as heading 2. This means this is a secondary heading. Secondary means all these 3 things are actually part of this first heading. Okay, so these are the 3 types. Now look at the font and size. The first one, it is having Calibri and 16 font. Second one is having 13 font. So it has automatically reduced the font size of the secondary headings. Okay, so if you have subheadings which are related to the first one, you can use this option. Coming back, okay, I will quickly make it bold and underline. Let's say, okay, there is another heading here. There is a picture here. Okay, I will leave it as it is. This is one more heading. I will just do the same for all. Okay, extra space I will delete. So this is the document. I brought it back into life. Now it looks good. If you want to see it as one page, it will look like this. So this looks a well presented document with a proper title. Okay, and the paragraphings is there, and the headings of each paragraph is there, and the list, everything is there. So that's how you can create a good document. Paragraphing is simple. Whenever you write something, okay, you want to start a new paragraph, just press enter and it will start a new paragraph. And if you want to increase the line spacing between them, again from the home menu you can increase the line spacing. You can keep, it will be very very spacious. Too much space is also not looking good, so keep it at 1 or 1.5. Okay, in some cases you can also keep it at 1.1.5 or 1.15, so like that. And for numbering, yesterday as I explained to you how to do the numbering, or the bullet points from here. You can do it from here in the paragraphing section. This is whole the paragraphing section. From here you can put numbers like 1 2 3. You can put the Roman numbers like that, or you can put the alphabets A B C D like this. Anything you like, you can change it from here. So that's how you do the numbering. So this was all about using the main features from the home tab, which we discussed yesterday, but I'm repeating it today because some students are new. And also I checked your worksheet 1, and I have given the feedback. So some of the students need to improve your worksheet 1. So I thought maybe this refresher will be beneficial for them, and they can do their worksheet 1 again in the light of these new instructions given here. So okay, I will cover a few more things from this home tab menu. Right. This title, if I want to make it highlighted, I can use this. This is the highlighter marker showing here. So you can use any highlighting color from here. If you want to change the color of this is the font color. You want to make it red, you can make it red like that. Right. And the font settings you can do from this tab. Paragraphing, as I told you, you can do from here, and the listing of the list from here, the bullet points, anything. And this thing here will adjust the where you want the heading or the paragraph. You want it in the left aligned or center aligned or right aligned. So if I am highlighting this and I want to put it in the center, I will click this. If I want to put it on the right, I will click this. Okay, but in English it should be left aligned. The heading, this thing here, it could be center, on the center, but because this sentence is long, it doesn't make any difference. It's hardly noticeable. All right. For example, if this is the list and I want to increase the indent, so I can press this icon or move the list forward or back like this. So that's how you can do different things from here. Okay, this is shading. Shading will shade the whole line like this. For example, if I highlight this heading using the highlighter from here in yellow, it will just highlight the words only. Okay, now I will remove it. But if I go for shading, it will look like this. Okay. It will usually it is highlighting the whole line like this. It will give you a look like this. The whole line is highlighted. So this is also used to make some heading very distinguished or prominent. So to undo anything, just press this button, undo, or from the computer keyboard, you can press Ctrl Z. Right. After that, I think we have covered the styles as well. From here, you can choose any different style from here. Okay. For example, if I highlight this text and I want to make it in different styles, you can see you can change the writing styles from here altogether. Okay. To find any word in the document, for example, you want to find motor, the word motor. So what you can do, press this, write motor. Okay, and it is giving you three results, means it is at 3 points. So one is here, second one is here, and third one is here. So if you want to replace the word motor with something else, just click this drop down arrow and press replace. And if you want to replace it with any other word, let's say motor drive, and you press replace all, it will replace all at the same time. So everywhere where it was motor, now it is motor drives. Okay, so that's how you can make these changes. So this was a brief introduction about making a Word document and using the options from the Home tab. So I will stop the recording and open the question and answer session.